Anyway, with that, I give you Cool Pool.
So we're Team Cool Pool, and we want to tell you about our awesome new toy. It's a modified set of pool balls, and it's a new twist on a classic game.
All right, so we're going to start with explaining each ball that we've made. The first ball is a lightweight ball. It teaches conservation of momentum, in that the mass is smaller, so that it'll travel in a faster velocity.
Our next ball is filled with ball bearings, which teaches the idea of conservation of energy. When hit, the bearings take up a lot of the energy of the impact, causing it to move slower and providing a new challenge to the game.
So our next ball is the formal ball that is made of a different material, silicone. This ball, it has a different elasticity, so it enables it to bounce.
Our next ball is fur ball, which teaches the idea of rolling resistance. Regular pool balls actually slide a bit when you hit them. This ball doesn't. It only rolls, enhancing friction, causing it to slow down, providing a fun and exciting challenge.
The next ball is magnet balls. So these balls either repel or attract to specific balls.
Our next ball teaches the idea of impact and the translation of motion through visual concept. Basically, it lights up when you hit it.
So our last ball is off-center ball, which has a different center of mass, which allows it to curve.
This is not Photoshop. This is not Photoshop.
So one of the strongest points of our toy is that it's really age appropriate. Not only does it meet our target audience of middle schoolers and high schoolers because they already play pool, but it also extends into the upper older age range. So it also has a good mix of sensory and challenge play, which aren't often found together, and it creates a really dynamic game. And finally, our toy teaches science through intuition. So you don't have to do the science experiment to know what's going to happen because you've already played Cool Pool.
In the production process, we used regular pool balls to cast silicone molds, and then we filled acrylic spheres with our materials, such as magnets or ball bearings. Then we suspended the acrylic spheres and filled the molds with polyurethane. And after filling them, we sanded and polished the balls, and then we had completed pool balls.
All right, a couple future directions for Cool Pool. One of the first ideas we had was to package our balls with a mini pool table. So we had a couple questions and concerns during playtesting about the market size, how many people have access to pool tables. So doing this would increase that. A second idea was to expand and make entire sets based on one of the concepts within our prototype now. For example, an entire set of magnet balls. Some balls would have magnets, some would be made of steel. Other balls would not interact. This would teach and reinforce science through intuition. Our third idea was to include a ball which you could customize and make it your own. So this would have a cap, screw-in cap, or a similar thing like that, and you could put any item you want in it and experiment, learn on your own. Thanks a lot for listening. We're Cool Pool.
So that's actually kind of interesting because the first prototype made with this toy was actually made of tennis balls. And so what we found is when we put tennis balls on the pool table, like they were too big, they would pop over the edge really easily. But if you're gonna, play a game of tennis or something, it would be like ridiculous because some of them have like brass in them, so you just hit it and it's not going anywhere.
Any other questions? Yes.
How many people in the U.S. play pool right now? I mean, it seems like you want to address it at a younger audience. How many of them play pool?
So we definitely want to address a younger audience. But in a recent survey, the Billiard Congress of America actually deemed, it's true, they have a Congress, it's amazing, that around 11% of Americans play pool, making it the 4th largest participatory sport in America.
Canada, 10-year-old kids are at pool halls all the time.
Canada.
I've heard
Canada.
the British like pool as well.
Assuming you play by the normal rules, is it actually possible for both players to win?
Yes, it is. Well, not. It's possible for both players to win, but not at the same time, because you only have one winner.
Unless.
So.
If you made the 8-ball magnetic, there might be ways of doing this.
But ideally, you could kind of decide amongst yourself whether each player would get identical balls, like 7 and 7 with an 8-ball, or whether you want to mix it up and throw a whole bunch on the table. We were actually thinking about selling them individually in packs of 2 or 4, so you could kind of customize your own set.
One last question. So if the fur ball is not the 8-ball, how does the person with the fur ball not lose?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. The fur ball, we actually didn't hit really, really hard. It's definitely movable. It's not like a rock or something. But also, you could have both players have a fur ball.
Yeah.
So a striped fur ball and a solid fur ball.
Okay, thank you very much.